This one thing stops 80% of people from moving forward. Hear me out and it will change your life. Hello YouTube, welcome. Today we're going to talk about being addicted to suffering. Yes, you heard it right. Some people can be addicted to suffering. I was one of them. And I have relatives who are addicted to suffering. If you hadn't clicked on, and if you don't watch this video, you may never have figured out you might be addicted to suffering. And let me tell you this, the suffering mentality holds you back from everything you desire in your life. What do I mean by addicted to suffering? Is that even something you can be addicted to? Yes, because emotions are chemistry. Just like drugs are chemistry, suffering causes stress hormones to flood our bodies, the same exact way caffeine causes hormones to flood us. And if you ever felt dependent on caffeine, well, now you can understand how in a twisted, self-destructive way, people can easily start craving a release of stress hormones from experiencing negative emotions. I have a video all about caffeine. It will blow your mind. I will leave it in the end. There is a difference between having a history of suffering and actually going through events where you've suffered, which happens. It's not La La Land. But it's different when one is addicted to the feeling of suffering. Here's what suffering addiction looks like. Let's say everything's going fine, peaceful, everything's looking bright, all right. The individual addicted would freak out. Wait, why is everything so perfect? This is too good to be true. Have you heard anyone say this sentence before? Underline it with red 3 times. Too good to be true. This phrase is the most indicative phrase of someone being addicted to suffering. The second they notice things are great around them, they realize, oh no, wait, it shouldn't be this perfect. I don't deserve this. So what does the person do? They allow their suffering behaviors to come out. 1, they start to worry and begin to reinforce the negative emotions such as worry, fear, anger, depression, low self-esteem, victimhood. 2, they start looking for their next dose of pain. This might look like getting in fights with other people, looking for negative news so it can disturb their own peace. It can look like worrying, overthinking, creating drama, negative-oriented gossiping. Notice this. These types of people, if they get the smallest inconvenience, once it's over, they call up someone and rant about it for 30 minutes to extend their suffering. Or they would spend the entire week telling everyone about their suffering. They keep talking about it so that they can make it longer and suffer some more. Before we continue, I want to share something. I illustrated the school curriculums of Saudi Arabia, and I was a lead artist for the Ministry of Education. And they gave me a certificate of appreciation. So I just want to show you, isn't this so exciting? I was a little shocked. Shooketh. Anyways, it seems I'm qualified to do art now. You can buy art from me on Fiverr. The link is in the description. For people addicted to suffering, they have a limiting belief that they can't have what they want. Their subconsciousness doesn't want to allow them to be happy. These individuals believe there needs to be pain in their lives. In fact, I was this type of person, and as I always say, I'm still a work in progress. So, suffering addiction examples. A real-life example of a case study. I know someone who had a very difficult life, so I don't blame her for being addicted to suffering. She's had a long history of suffering. She's a workaholic, which also is a symptom of suffering addiction. Whenever she would find herself in a nice place where she can just relax, she would relax the first 5 minutes, and then I find her freaking out and starting to fiddle with everything. She would be randomly opening up tons of work for herself out of the blue. We would be chilling and then she would realize it's so calm, so she would freak out about everything and anything. For example, that something isn't perfect, she needs to clean for 5 hours and suffering/cleaning, and she wouldn't be happy while doing it. Case study number 2. I had a suffering habit and caught myself last year. I was in the most beautiful island. I was on the beach in Greece, and it's a dream. It was a paradise to be there. And instead of enjoying the warm beach day, I suddenly lashed out because the music they were playing in the beach bar was ratchet and provocative. I got myself annoyed as hell. So I spent an hour being angry and another hour complaining, and then I got really mad, took all my stuff, and I left. Now that I look back, it's so funny. Why was I so triggered? It's annoying to be trying to chill and hearing, "Hey Lucky, when I make this vibrate." Okay, it's annoying. There were children there. I don't know, like, why did they play that? But also I could have just let it play on without fazing me. The parents with children should have been the ones angry. Now there's actual suffering, as you may know, but I'm talking about the negative thoughts and the made-up thoughts. Made-up problems don't allow us to feel joy when we can and should experience happiness. The addiction to suffering keeps us captive. It makes our brains come up with problems that haven't even appeared yet. These problems haven't materialized and may never materialize. What's the point of chasing our tails over something that isn't even there? It's bad for us. It holds us back. What's the solution to problem of suffering addiction? Restrain yourself. Each time a negative thought pops up, say, "This thing isn't actually happening right now." If something bad is really happening in front of me, then I have the right to dwell on it. Until then, I allow myself to be calm. This way you will be way more chill, productive, and you'll move forward. Don't spend the next 80 years on this planet living in fear and being drenched in worry. Instead of problem making, list all the things you're grateful for. Let go until a real valid problem is actually manifesting in front of you. Don't think about it. Let go of your need for a hit of suffering. The best thing you can do when you do go through something annoying or experience pain or get triggered by something or someone, abstain from gossiping about it. Resist the urge to rant about it. Avoid picking up the phone and starting to rant to your friends about it. Do not put any effort into extending the suffering session. Let it happen, and then, okay, I'm annoyed. Okay, now I'm letting it go. It will not dictate my happiness from now on for this full day or week. If you want to get it out of your system, you can journal on it, writing it down on a paper with all the negative emotions suffocating you. Put them down, bye, and then bye, that's it, no more. Rip it up or let it go, I don't know. It's an amazing technique. Another technique coming up is angel numbers. One incredible way I've been able to silence my worried mind is each time any anxiety or situation pops up, I look for a sign from the universe, from God, from the angels. To specify, I look for numbers. Numbers are also frequency. I search the world in front of me at this very specific moment for the first number sequence I can find. Sometimes I find numbers in my phone. Maybe it's the time or date across the lock screen. Sometimes it's something written down on a paper or something from a song. Sometimes I pause the song and look at the minutes left. You get it. Save the numbers in my head and look it up, the meaning of the given angel number. For example, it is 9:06 right now as I'm making this. And oh my god, I really needed this because I'm starting to worry whether my YouTube journey will be worth it. Many of my videos flopped and my channel isn't performing as well as I wished it, despite the fact I'm putting a tremendous effort. And my subscribers are telling me, you should be viral. Why only these many subscribers? Thank you so much for the uplifting words. I just got encouragement from the angels. 9:06 is a sign of encouragement that all your hard work and dedication will be fully rewarded. See? Isn't this crazy? It's like the angels literally answered my question. This is exactly what was on my mind all day, even as I'm making this video. Angel numbers are a blessing. They're insanely accurate. You can feel the universe hugging you, communicating with you through signs. Instead of worrying and being addicted to suffering, be mindful of your patterns. Ask for guidance, let go, and the universe will take care of it. Stop letting your mind create potential future problems. Instead, count your blessings. Do not dwell over what can go wrong until something actually goes wrong. And most importantly, do not try to extend your suffering. Break that cycle. This is the only way you'll find peace and smoothly move forward through life. If you want me to continue creating content like this, support me by buying me a virtual coffee or matcha latte by following the link in the description to my page called Buy Me a Coffee. It will massively help me out if you do that, and it will ensure I keep creating videos on YouTube. I hope you benefited from this video. Bye!